What's up, everyone? We're out for a new adventure today. Gonna be doing an overnighter. Got the Jeep all packed up. Gonna take Jeep out today instead of the truck. And gotta make a couple stops, get some fuel. Actually, that's the only stop I gotta make. I did my grocery shopping last night. So just gonna stop, get some fuel, and then we're gonna hit the road. So get back with you guys in a couple minutes. Just pulling in to get some fuel now. Okay, so we're all fueled up, ready to get back on the road. Good thing the Jeep was half full, so it was a little cheaper today. My wife's Jeep and my truck are both diesels, and actually in where I live right now, diesel's actually cheaper than gas right now, so kind of nice. Still not cheap, but cheaper. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of town here and I'll get back with you guys on the highway. Okay, so I wanted to pull over, get out of the Jeep for a minute and stretch my legs. So anyways, we're off the highway now. You can see in the background there the mountains. So we're heading off into the mountains here. Give you guys a little 360. As you can see, beautiful day out today so far. Okay guys, we're not quite to where we are yet, but I had to stop and just take a look at this view. Man, what a beautiful day out here. We've had a lot of rain lately, everything's so nice and green. Just when you thought the view couldn't get any better, it did. Okay, so I came in on this little side road here, and this is a spot I camped before with my dog, as I was saying. This is actually the spot that him and I camped in. We set up a tarp actually right in between those two trees. Nice little fire pit. We had the Jeep actually sitting right where I was. It was winter time, but yeah, it's just a nice little road pull off, and this is where we're gonna camp tonight. I actually ran into a fella just leaving here. He was just finishing up camping, so I got here just in the nick of time. As you can see, there's the river right down there. Nice little trail here that goes down to the river. That's why I kind of figured I'd come back into this spot here. Well, yeah, you can see the river right through there. And I did bring my fishing stuff as well. So I'm going to see if there's any any good fishing spots down here. If not, no big deal. Well, there's actually a nice little trail. Take you guys right down to the water here. Yeah, nice little trail that comes right down to the water. So last time I was here, like I said, it was winter. This was pretty frozen over. That bridge is actually the main road. But you can see, just look at that. So it looks a little deeper upstream from me here. So there might be some fish in here, never know. But we're gonna go kind of get camp set up. So back up at the little campsite now. So there's a little fire ring here, a little fire pit. Yeah, I think this is going to be a perfect little spot to camp tonight. There is a little trail here. I don't have my bear spray on me yet, so I'm not going to go venturing too far from where I am. But once we get camp kind of situated and stuff like that, maybe we'll go for a walk and check out the area. So anyways, I'm just kind of walking around here, and I showed you guys the previous spot right back in there. Where is it? Right there. Right back in there is where I was thinking about setting up camp. And as I was saying before, this is a spot I had camped with my dog the very first time I came out solo camping with him. There's also, just kind of back here, nice wide open spot. It's not covered in with trees very much, so I'm not really sure if I want to camp in there in case it gets windy. But I am thinking about maybe coming out into the spot where my dog and I had camped before, right over here. There's already a fire pit there. And the thing I did like about this spot last time I was here was when it was raining, we kind of had our tarp set up right back in here, and had a nice little spot to sit and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I might come out here and set up my camp in here again. I enjoyed this spot. Nice little hillside right here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the Jeep up and come check this out. Nope, changed my mind again. I'm going to stay where I was. There's not really a great spot to set up a tarp here. Like, not a lot of level ground right here, but the spot where the fire pit is nice. And honestly, I don't even really need a tarp. I would have liked to set one up just in case it rains, but I think what I'll do is if it does rain, I'll worry about it then. I do actually have these two trees, one here and this one right here. I can set a tarp up in between those and stake it out, and I'll have a spot to sit underneath the tarp. And right now, honestly, I'm enjoying the sunshine. I don't want to sit in the shade. There is some shade around here if I want it later on. But the thing I like about this spot is I can hear the river really good. And honestly, I'm loving it. So, get back with you guys in a bit. So one thing I did when I was at home in the last little bit is I've kind of went through and organized all my camping stuff into bins because I kind of had it all over the place and it was a mess. So I'm hoping I didn't forget anything. So we pretty much got the Jeep unpacked here. I think I'm just going to leave it right where it is. It's fairly level. Got the fishing rod. Did bring out some boots with me, and I got my hiking shoes as well. I didn't know what I'd be doing out here, so I just I brought a bunch of stuff. My cooler. Bottle of Maker's Mark, fishing net, this is my last bin. I don't think there's much in this one, but my hiking shoes, sleeping pad. This is just my sleeping pad for under my actual sleeping pad. Brought Tuco with me. Oh, I'll show you guys what I got for gear later on. And speaking of bear spray, that is always one of my biggest concerns when I'm out solo camping. There's honestly, there's a million other ways you can get hurt too, but that one's controllable. So anyways, there's my bear spray, as I said, and I keep that on me or close by. I do have, this is mostly my cooking stuff. Also, I did say I was going to show you guys this stuff later on, so I'll show you it later on. I am going to get my bed set up here right away. Okay, so just kind of getting out some comforts. Little fold-up chair that I got. So the best thing I find about camping with the vehicle myself is can bring a lot of gear. It's comfortable. I was going to bring out one of my tents with me, but I decided I didn't want to. Wanted to keep it easy. I wanted set up to be nice and fast. Doesn't get much faster than this. I got everything pretty much squared away, except my sleeping setup in the Jeep. Other than that, this is pretty much what I got for tonight. I got my table there, got the fire pit, and later on if I want to set up a tarp I will, but I don't see it happening because I don't really need to. Trying to think of anything else that I want to get out here before I ate. On the way here I actually stopped at A&W and I grabbed a couple bacon and eggers. That's what I had for breakfast today, so I'm not going to eat again probably until dinner time. And for dinner tonight we got pretty delicious dinner. I am going to have to get some firewood, I think. Do I want to get firewood? Yeah, I'm going to get firewood. I get some firewood there. I did see at one of the other little fire pits here, there was a couple pieces of firewood, but I'm going to get some firewood. Hopefully I can find some. This is a pretty frequently camped at spot, I think, so I might have to go for a good little hike to get a couple good pieces of wood. But there's a trail just over to my left here, and last time I was here I did hike up into the trees a bit. There was a couple of deadfalls there, so I do have the option of hiking up this little hill as well. But before I do any of that anyway, I want to I would like to get my bed set up. So my bed consists of thermarest. So anyways, I got this pump for my mattress here, and honestly I haven't even tried it out. So this thing comes with a ton of different attachments. I rigged up what works for my mattress anyway. See how long this thing takes to blow up. I'll be honest, I can't see it being very fast. Pretty small pump. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm pretty impressed. That literally took about a minute. And it's fully inflated. Flex tail gear, tiny pump is what I used. And it blew up this air mattress in, I'm going to say, probably a minute or less. So this was probably my most exciting purchase today. I don't know why, but I've always wanted a wool blanket, and I finally got one. Comes with a nice strap. I have my Blue Eddy out, so I have power out here. This thing charges up all my batteries, and I could probably use this style of camping for at least probably 3 days without charging up. I do have solar panels for it as well, and it can also be charged at home. Okay, we're all set up here, and we're gonna go get some firewood. So yeah, just up here a little bit is where I seen those two down trees. There is one up there. It's pretty tiny. Not gonna go for get that one, I don't think. But yeah, that's one of them there. I did cut it in half already. I had the saw with me, so I figured I may as well. And then there was another one just back here as well. And the trail carries on right up here. So let's go for a little walk up the trail. We'll come back and get this one if yeah, we'll come back and get that one in a second, but just want to go for a little walk up here. And to see the river through the trees there. Just kind of curious where this little trail goes here. Okay, there's a little trail that goes right down there to the water. And it branches off up this way. Does kind of look like a game trail. Looks like just up top there, there's two more down trees. So I'm gonna get those. Maybe here in a bit. But I think I'm gonna get these ones back to camp here, first of all. There's actually another dead standing one right there, kind of on the bank, but with it being mossy there, I don't think I'll go after that one. And there's actually another dead standing one right there. This one looks a little green, but if I find a couple dead ones, it'll go good with that. So I'm just gonna haul these back to camp here. Yeah, so you could see, might be able to see Jeeps just pretty much that way. I forgot my gloves, so this gives me a good opportunity to grab them anyway. Actually, I'm gonna cut this one in half again. There we go. Couple pieces easier to deal with. And I know the range is pretty good on these mics. I don't know if it's that good that you guys are picking me up, but yeah, these are actually fairly dry. So So it's been a while since I posted a video, and I'm actually really happy to be out. I did have to work for 2 weeks, and actually I think since the last time I posted a video, I think I've worked twice. But anyway, I had to get my lake spot set up last days off, so I didn't get a chance to get out my last days off. So anyways, it's super nice to be out now. I got one more chunk of this tree to haul back. I'll show you guys that. And I got my saw and my axe with me as well, and good old trusty bear spray. So this is a cool little spot right here. Actually, I just found it, but yeah, basically looks right down over the river. So I think when I go fishing, if I can, just kind of off to my right here, if I can walk up, I don't know how the bank is, if I can walk up a bit, there's a nice little pool where this heavier current's going into. If I can get to it, I'm gonna fish right there. There's a nice little pool there. It looks fairly deep. You guys can kind of see it through the trees there. So it's kind of almost like a little fall, almost small fall. But anyways, and then the pool's right there. So if I can get up to it, which it kind of looks like I can, I'm gonna fish right down there. But anyways, I'm gonna carry on with getting the firewood here, and I'll get back with you guys shortly. So I got a pretty decent amount of firewood. I found some deadfall right up this game trail here. So I went up there, sawed a couple pieces, hauled them back down. Not too far from camp. Took me maybe 15 minutes to get them. Maybe a little longer. But anyways, got us a decent amount of firewood now, and I scoped out a few more sorry, my battery died on my GoPro there, but anyways, I was saying I got us a decent amount of firewood. I did find a couple other deadfalls as well, but gotta delimb them all. But once I do that, chop them down into some fire pit sized pieces. I think it's time to start enjoying the camping trip a little bit. I think we'll start out with a bush apple. So across the river there's couple vehicles parked, and I see there's some fellas doing some fishing. They're just walking out back to their vehicles right now. Not sure how far up the river they were there, but maybe we found ourselves a good fishing hole. So for dinner tonight, I think I'm gonna cook on the fire, maybe. I do have my grill. I also have my stick stove, which I wouldn't mind trying it out. It's actually got a little grate on top of it, which would be kind of fun to use. I did put some mosquito and tick repellent on it. But yeah, I think the plan, it's 1:38 right now. I had some peanuts for a snack. But I actually am hungry, so I was thinking about making some lunch. Trying to remember what all I brought out for food. Not sure if I brought out lunch stuff or not. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have a look in the cooler. I remember what I brought out. I brought out some Smokies. So that's what I think I'm gonna have for lunch. And I think what I'll do with those, I don't want to start a fire yet, pretty early, because I don't really feel like getting a whole ton more firewood. I got a ton of sticks that I can break off of these trees here. Let's do it. Let's set up this little stick stove and try it out. Never used one, so I think it'll be fun. So basically, so that comes out. And that's pretty much all it is to it, really. There's a metal grate in here, and this is where you feed the wood in. Metal grate. And this actually this thing actually goes in the bottom here somewhere. Oh, right here. Let's go the other way. Okay. Yeah, so that's the stick stove. And then this is your little grate that goes on top. But the cool thing about it is it's a multi-fuel stove. You can use like canister stoves or canisters, or you can use charcoal sticks. You can use whatever you want, really. And yeah, So I'm gonna set this right over here. So there's a ton of sticks around, and I'm just gonna fire some of them in there. Okay, we got our little fire going. Just gonna burn it down and start getting some coals built up in there. There we go. Well, that's all my gear there. Got our firewood. Yeah, a little stick stove, I kind of like it. Pretty handy. I'm using the rocks to hold my beer, and my table sitting right there just got too much stuff on it and I'm too lazy to move it. So yeah, anyways, that little stick stove packs down in this tiny little case, which would be fantastic for backpacking. That's actually why I got it, but I had it packed in my camping stuff anyway, so may as well try it out. The wind's picked up a little bit and the clouds have kind of blew in. It's not as sunny as it was earlier, but it's pretty normal. It's 2 o'clock now, and the only chore I really have to do, well, besides cooking dinner tonight, the only chore I really have to do is process up all that wood down to firewood length and eat some lunch. Other than that, I think I'm gonna rig up the fishing rod. I haven't fished in probably 5 or 6 years now, but this year I definitely want to do some more fishing. I think last time I went out fishing actually was with my brother, and we're catching a lot of northern pike, and I think we caught a couple bass too. But I believe in the river here, it's trout, and I think you can keep some. I got the regulations anyways. I'll read them in a bit when I get time. But I'm not really too worried about keeping any. I can catch and release. That's fine. But my little stick stove, it's gonna be high maintenance. I think I'm gonna have to feed a lot of sticks into it. I think what I might do is get a alcohol burner for it. I think that would work out good. I also have an MSR pocket rocket stove that uses isobutane, but I don't have a grill for that, so that's why I want to use this one. Look at that. It didn't take long to burn out those sticks. Hopefully she gets going again here. I had this little piece of wood over here. A little short piece. I think I might split that up. It might burn for a bit. Yeah, I got five little pieces here. They'll probably burn decent. Might have to relight. Okay, so I got my little stove going here. I got my all beef smokies I'm going to be having for lunch, as well as I forgot I brought out rice. This is for my lunch as well. Some good old Uncle Ben's, going all out. Got a little pot out. I thought I had brought out my other little butane stove, but I ended up forgetting it, so I'm going to use my MSR stove to warm up the rice on. So for anybody that hasn't had these before, pretty easy to cook. Just throw it in a pot, and according to this, add 2 tablespoons of water and heat. Doesn't get much easier than that. And I realized also, I thought I had all my camping stuff in here, but I have a couple of ammo bins that I store some camping stuff in, and I realized I didn't bring those out. But I can't remember if I transferred everything from those into... I must not have. Must not have transferred everything. because there's a couple things I know that are missing that were in those ammo bins. But I got the important stuff anyways. Anything major, I got it. So not a big deal. I was gonna put my rice bag there for later. I got some garbage bags, but I'll go get them in a minute. So for anybody that has never tried these MSR stoves or these little pocket stoves, these things are wicked. I had just first tried this a couple camping trips ago, and I bought this years ago, and basically it was for backpacking and just heating up coffee in the morning and stuff like that. And I'm actually glad I have it now because, well, I would have had to cook my meal separately, which kind of would have sucked. Yeah, it just screws onto the thing like that. And then I gotta add some water to this first. It's 2 tablespoons-ish. Okay, that's ready to go. And I've got my, I did bring out buns, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have buns because I got rice. I don't really want all of that. I think the knife that was around my neck would have worked just fine too. Yeah, it's a pretty peaceful campsite. The guys that were here in the 2 vehicles that were fishing, I think they, maybe they didn't leave. I think they're still there. Yeah, they're still there. But no big deal. They're not bothering me in any way whatsoever. They're across the river from me, so. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cook 2 of these. And I could have easily started a fire and cooked them on the fire as well. But I don't want to use up all my firewood right now. And I haven't processed any yet because, well, I'm busy doing other things. Drain some of the water out of this. And get this back in the cooler. I did just bring out 1 small cooler of food with me, and then I got a bag of dry food as well. survival wise, I got beer, so that's kind of the main thing. I got beer and I got whiskey, and also cigars. So we're gonna be okay if we're stranded out here. Ooh. Those are cooking super fast. I guess I should get my rice going. I think I'll just use this. Bit of wind, the sparks are going the wrong way. There we go. So for anybody that hasn't used these little pocket stoves, these things make short work out of boiling water and cooking and everything else. I don't know if I've actually ever cooked on this thing. Just boiled water. My table's a little wobbly, gotta be careful. And this little pockets, or this little stick stove is cooking my hot dogs, or my smokies really fast. So I'm gonna grab a plate. Not really a plate, but a cutting board. I actually should have flipped the grill over if I was thinking. Should have flipped the grill over, the ledges would have kept the smokies on the thing kept them from rolling. And this rice is already sticking to the bottom of the pot. Oh, now that I'm done with this, I'm just going to cook this on here and save my fuel. Oh, my smoky rolled into the dirt. That's okay. I honestly think that's good enough. Yeah, I did get a bit stuck to the bottom of the pot, but no big deal. And my smokies got a little bit overcooked, but we'll survive. Let's try a first bite. Yeah, that's how you charbroil smokies. So pretty much done here. Didn't take very long. I put some water in my pot here and threw a couple more pieces of wood in my little stick stove there. I did polish off all my rice. So we're just gonna let that boil for a second or two. And I did bring out some dishwasher or dishwash soap with me to wash my dishes. And my hands got pretty dirty eating that. Very strange that I forgot garbage bags, actually. I could have swore I had them in with that camping stuff. But again, I had those ammo cases, and I think I may have had stuff stashed in there. So I think what I'll do, I have a couple of those like reusable bags. I'll use one of those for a garbage bag. Because definitely can't be leaving my garbage laying around. Oh, maybe the old trusty pot of everything has one. No. Oh. Show you guys what I put in this pot. Usually this is the one that I'm going to be using for hiking. So I got a spork in here. I have multiple ways of lighting a fire in here for some reason. But I have 2 lighters in here. I have matches in here. I have black tape in here. I have fire starters in here. I have 2 fire steels in here. All in this little pot. So and I also have some cordage in here. Some jute twine. And that all fits in here. But actually, I also have some prusik loops for tarp. So I think anyways, I'm going to change what's in here because there's a lot of extra lighters and ways of lighting fire in here that are pretty unnecessary. For washing dishes, I did bring out some dish soap. I have the river right there that I can get more water if I need and boil it. To wash the dishes in, I pretty much have nothing. So we're not going to worry about it. We'll just wash them as they are. I do have dishcloths. I just seen them actually have dishcloth and stuff like that. So how's my water doing? Yeah, I was burning these little chunks of wood, and they're actually burning for quite a while, so that's what I cooked on. What I'm going to do now is start delimbing these. When the sun goes behind the clouds, it's actually fairly cool out. I'll start a little pile of some smaller sticks we're starting our fire with. Having the Jeep, I don't know, or the truck, I don't know why I don't bring a chainsaw with me and save myself the effort. But how's our water doing? It's getting close to boiling. I actually got a little hatchet too that I haven't tried. This is a smaller axe, but I think it's 24-inch handle. Actually, I had a friend that I had to do quite a bit of work to it, and I still don't have all the necks out of it. But I had a friend that had never really used an axe before, and he was did some damage to it when I first got it, but no big deal. It was a cheaper axe. So we got our little kindling here. We'll start a nice pile. Usually my camp cooking goes much better than it did today. Two easiest things to cook, and I burnt them both. The rice wasn't too burnt. Let's try out that little hatchet. Yeah, thing's super tiny. My wife actually got it from somebody at work. She worked. Still got my little stick stove burning too. It's actually helping keep the bugs away. So I'm going to process all this down to lengths here, and it's about, what time are we at now? It's 3:40. We still got tons of daylight left. I'm going to guess it's probably not going to be dark until, well, probably around 10 o'clock. Be full dark. So I'm just going to finish doing this, I think, and then when I'm ready to cook supper, I'll start the fire. Once I'm done processing all this, I'm going to, I think, rig up my fishing rod and go and do a little fishing, which I'll bring you guys with me for. So I'm going to process this up, and I'll get back with you guys shortly. So amongst all my fishing and everything else, it occurred to me I didn't bring a sleeping bag with me. I do have my wife has a blanket she always keeps in the Jeep, and I do have my wool blanket, and I didn't bring a pillow either. So I have a towel and I have a couple jackets. So I'm going to try sleeping with just a wool blanket tonight on top of me. And if I have to, I have another blanket. Like I said, I was going to put on my air mattress. But if I need to throw it over top of me, that's fine. I'll do that too. I can honestly say that's the first time I forgot my sleeping bag. But I am in the mountains. It is going to get cold tonight, but I don't think it's going to get down to like 0 degrees or anything like that. And I am going to be sleeping in the Jeep, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. And if it is, worst case scenario, I pack up in the middle of the night and go home. But I don't think that'll happen. Had 0 luck fishing, which isn't a big deal, because it's not like I was depending on it for food or anything. I got my little camp table set up. It's just after 5 o'clock now. 10 after 5. And I'm gonna just kind of hang out for a bit. And I think maybe in half an hour, I think I'll probably start a fire and cook myself some dinner. For dinner tonight, I have some steak, and then I think I have tin foil. If I have tin foil, I can't remember if I grabbed any or not, but if I have tin foil, do a packet on the fire of potatoes, carrots, and a couple other things, but you guys will see me prep it all anyways. I'm going to prep it on camera. There actually is a couple that looks like they're pulling in right where I'm camping here. Which is fine. It's public land, so there's actually a nice little flat spot for them to pull. They're back in their trailer in there right now. I was hoping nobody came out here, but it is Friday. So, and actually all the kids are, I think, getting out of school now. So, in Alberta, I think all the kids are getting out of school now for the summer. So, I imagine there's going to be, when I was coming up here, I went into a few other spots that I normally camp sometimes when I'm hunting and stuff like that. And just every spot that I pulled into pretty much except one had campers in it. And I originally was planning on coming up here anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. I was just having a look to see what was available, if there was anything closer that I didn't have to drive so far for. And there wasn't. So I ended up here. And I'm actually really happy with this camp spot. I'm right by the river. It's beautiful. Can hear that river. I don't know if how the mosquitoes have been out here. Right now, I haven't seen a single mosquito up here yet. So I've been lucky that way. I did have my little stick stove going earlier, but it is starting to cool down a bit here. In a bit, I might put some pants on and a sweater or jacket. Yeah, there's a little flat spot here. They're pulling their trailer in right now. It's just a couple, I think. I don't think there's any kids. Might be, but haven't seen any kids yet anyway. So, might meet some new people. That'll be nice. But anyways, I'll get back with you guys when I'm going to prep some supper here and get the fire going and all that kind of stuff. When I get the fire going, I don't think I'm going to cook directly on the coals with my steak. I might, but I do have a couple little grills that I can use on the fire. And I think I'm going to cook my steak that way. I remembered everything else except probably one of the biggest things I shouldn't have forgot was my sleeping bag. But it's not the end of the world. I was lucky I had my wool blanket in, or it would have been a short trip. Yeah, normally I have a pillow in my sleeping bag, but like I say, it's forgotten. But anyways, I'm going to sit here and enjoy a couple beer and enjoy some nature for a bit, and I'll get back with you guys, and I'm just going to relax here for a bit. So just going to get some dinner ready here. Haven't started the fire yet. Figured I'd take my time and get some food prepped up first. So I got some cremini mushrooms. Got a little bit of dirt on them. It's all good. So as I was saying before, there's some people that pulled in kind of just off to my right here. They're a little ways away, but not too far. But also right across the river, some people pulled in over there as well. But I have some good news. The good news is that I never realized in one of my bins there, I found my sleeping bag and my pillow. So I wasn't as ill prepared as I thought I was. Got way more food than what I think I need tonight. But that's okay. I'm going to take some home uncooked. And if I have leftovers, it doesn't matter because I can have it for breakfast in the morning too. Let's do my potatoes in quarters. I got some spice here too. I can't remember what it is. I had it in my camping bin. But I did bring out some other spice as well. It's actually really good. It's a beef rub, which I'm going to use on my steak. And I'm going to use this one in my vegetables here. I'll lose my carrots. I was going to put broccoli in here too, but I'll probably put a couple pieces of broccoli in it. I wasn't sure how good it was. Looked good when I left the house, but I'll slice them this way. I'm just going to leave them in big slices like that, I think. A couple rogue pieces, we'll throw them in the fire pit. Gonna get our fire going here. May as well just use the torch. I got it right here instead of making it difficult. So I do have a homemade fire starter in there. I threw it in kind of when I was prepping the fire. So that's a little pile of firewood I ended up. I still got a couple logs to cut down, but I was getting pretty tired. And I wanted to go fishing. So as far as dinner goes, that was the main prep part of it. And I am gonna throw a little bit of broccoli in here as well. Actually, I'll just wait. I'm just gonna kind of move this off the side for now. I'd have to do 2 packets. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Of course, I missed the most important part. All right. Forgot to put my butter in. And my seasoning. Where did I put my spices now? And I forgot broccoli too. A couple chives in there. A little rosemary and thyme. Oh, there goes my butter. We'll deal with the butter in a second. Would have been easier to do that the first time. Butter's almost good as new. Okay, so we got our potato, onion, broccoli, and mushroom and onions all ready to go here. So these are the little grills I have, and I have another small one. So we got our potatoes and onions cooking. Just have to rotate them every once in a while. I wasn't really paying attention to the fire while I was doing other things, and it went out a bit. But yeah, just rotate them around every once in a while, and hopefully we get them cooked evenly. I did actually want to wait for it to get down to coals, but I'm getting hungry and it's getting late. So once our dinner's ready, well, once I get these kind of situated, get my steak out and get that prepped up. I might do that in tin foil on the fire as well. Or maybe just in a frying pan. I got a frying pan too, so. I would prefer to just do it on the, but it's all softwood and there's creosote and stuff, and I don't really want to be eating it any more than I have to. So one of my tinfoil packs ripped open, so I decided just to use a frying pan. Would be ideal if I had a lid, but I don't. I could always cover the frying pan with tinfoil, and that would work too, but just go with what we got for now. So after that big dilemma of how I was going to cook my steak, I think the plan is throw some spice on it. And I think I'm just going to cut it up. And throw it in with my vegetables. Well, the mosquitoes are starting to come out. So yeah, that's the plan. We're just going to throw it in with our vegetables, cook it in there. Definitely seemed easy enough. So dinner's just about cooked. Looking pretty good. Looks pretty much done to me. Let's move us out of the smoke here so we can enjoy our dinner. Okay, let's give her a taste test. Yep, turned out really good. Potatoes are cooked well. Carrots still got a tad of crunch to them, but not undercooked. Yeah, I call that a success. Steak's cooked a tad more than I like it, but tastes pretty good. So I'm gonna finish my delicious meal here. And clean up my dishes and stuff like that. But I'll get back with you guys in a little bit here. I'm gonna sit by the fire after I'm done eating here and get everything cleaned up. And we'll probably gonna end up having a cigar and just chilling out the rest of the night. I did put a couple movies on my phone for later on in the Jeep if I can't sleep. And while I got you guys here, if you are enjoying the video so far, if you don't mind hitting the like button, it helps me out quite a bit with the algorithm. Subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment down below definitely helps out. And I am hoping to start posting a little bit more regular. I'm aiming for a video a week, which is tough with my schedule, but now that I kind of got everything set up out at my other camp spot, my trailer and all that kind of stuff, I'll be doing some videos out there. I don't want to put my family in the videos too much. I think they prefer not to be in them. So when they're not around, I'll definitely be making some content. I don't think my daughters would mind too much being in the videos. My wife prefers not to be in them. And honestly, I kind of prefer to just do them myself. I like doing the solo content. You will definitely see more of my dogs in future videos. My one dog, he's only 8 months old, and he hasn't really got the call command yet, and he's a bit of a hellion, so I opted not to bring him out with me, but I am gonna start getting him out here more frequently and get him used to being outdoors. He loves being outside. Don't get me wrong. He would spend every minute outside with me if he could. And my other dog, he's a little older now, but he loves being outdoors as well. But crappy weather, he definitely doesn't like it very much. He's got pretty short hair, so he doesn't do well in the cold or rain. But anyways, I'll get back with you guys shortly, and like I said, hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content, and I appreciate it. Leave a comment, let me know some more things you'd like to see, if you guys want to see some more bushcrafting and stuff like that, bushcraft shelters, let me know. I'll definitely try and accommodate. I do like these ones where I just bring out one of the vehicles, and it's It's easy pack up at the end. Takes me no time at all. And yeah. So I'm gonna enjoy my dinner and talk to you soon. What's up, everyone? Just sitting here chilling out. I cleaned up my dishes, kind of cleaned up around camp, got everything organized again. I'm gonna get into a cigar here tonight, I think. Let's see what I got in the old humidor. So I got a new Hemingway short story. That's my favorite cigar. Not gonna smoke that one tonight. Looking for something a little bigger. Got a Nasa Cuba. That's a damn good cigar right there. Probably my second or third favorite. I have Ashton VSG Sorcerer. I haven't tried this one yet. I've had it for a little while. And not sure if I want to commit that much. I think I do. I got a Casa Magna Connecticut Toro. Got a couple cheaper cigars. I got La Aroma de Cuba El Jefe or El Jefe. That's a massive cigar. What else do I got? I got a My Father the Judge Toro or Robusto. This is a really good cigar too. Say one of my favorites. But by far my favorite. Such a small cigar, but this one hits different. It's got so much flavor to it. I got an Olivier Series G. I have Flor Antilles Lechoso by My Father. I have not tried this cigar. Another cheap cigar and another cheap cigar. And this one here is by Tobacco Lords. I actually got this one in Scotland when I went, not this past October, but the October before that. And I have smoked one of these, and it was a really good cigar. But I'm going to try out this Ashton VSG. I have not tried any Ashton cigars yet. And that one's got me interested tonight. See where we get into her here. It's a really good smelling cigar. Getting a bit of chocolate notes from the smell of it. I'm gonna try pulling this wrapper off. Actually, I got a knife here. Usually these cigars got the ugly label on them, and then underneath it they have the original one from the factory. Some do, some don't, but I'm hoping this one does. Because it's a pretty big wrapper. Yes, it definitely does. So, I'll show you this thing. That's the Ashton VSG. So, not sure what cutters I have here. I have a punch on this one, and I also have a V cutter on this one as well. I'm going to try the punch. So basically, that just punches out a little hole in the cap of the cigar. You know, if you haven't smoked cigars and you ever do plan on it, they're not for everyone, obviously. But this cap, you want to make sure that you never cut it too far down. Just tiny little bit. Just enough to open up the end. Because otherwise your cigar can unravel on you. And you end up wrecking your cigar. So I'm gonna toast the end of this. Yeah, this one's definitely got a spicy chocolatey note to it. So basically when you toast the end, you just want to kind of get it ready to burn. Get it all nice and even. And the lighter might be running out of fluid. No worries, we have a spare. Hopefully this one's got some fluid in it. So just get a nice toast going on it. Right off the bat, I like that cigar. It definitely got some spicy notes to it. And pairing with the cigar tonight, we got some Maker's Mark. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. And I may as well finish my beer first. So yeah, like I say, this is my first Ashton cigar I've smoked. Very good. Not as good as my other one that I like, but my favorite one. But this one, I'd definitely say this one might be a second. Wasn't sure if I was going to pair a whiskey tonight or a coffee, but I think a coffee would definitely go good with this too. Yeah, so far tonight, I had my dinner, and went down, washed all my dishes at the river, and they're all cleaned up, put away. I kind of got everything organized for morning. The plan for the rest of the night, I'm gonna smoke this massive cigar and sit by the fire here. Not sure if the bourbon is the right pairing for this cigar. It's a strong cigar. It's not bad, but I'm not sure if it's the right whiskey for it. So far, I'm really impressed with the way it's burning. Oh, I should put my knife away too before I end up cutting myself with it. Even though there's people out here right now, it's pretty peaceful. The noise of the river is pretty much drowning out everybody else. So anyways, I'm going to enjoy my cigar and chill out by the fire here for a little while. And I'll probably get back with you guys when I head off to bed. Till then, I'll probably just sit here unless something exciting happens, but I don't see anything getting outrageous. And I'll get back with you guys before bed. Well, this will be my last check-in for the night. I crawled into bed and in bed in the Jeep now. Still some people partying outside. It's around, I think it's about 11 o'clock. So I'm going to watch a movie till I get tired, and then I'm going to call it a night. So I'll see you guys in the morning for coffee. Good morning, everyone. Just woke up, well, maybe 10 minutes ago. It's 8 o'clock now. Just gonna make myself a coffee. Had a really good sleep last night. Man, what a view. I woke up in the Jeep. Just the river right there was nice. I definitely should have brought out a tent with me. But slept really good in the Jeep anyway. It's a little cramped for me. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I gotta sleep diagonally in it to fit properly, but I managed. I don't know if I really showed this much yesterday, but this is the Vessel coffee system I bought. So you gotta buy the unfortunate part is you gotta buy the grinder separately. But it's kind of how it works. There's a little button you push on top here. Opens it up. You dump your grounds in there. Or dump your beans in there. Grind them and comes out down in the bottom here. Which I forgot to grab my coffee. Okay. A little too much. Yeah, so you put your beans on the top. Let's put this back on. And just hand grinds. It's actually fairly easy. Takes a bit of time, but nice thing about it is they do have ones out now that are battery powered, but then you got to worry about your batteries being charged all the time. I like this one. There, that's about how long it takes. And that was a full thing. This just slides back in. And it screws onto the top. My cup's dirty from last night, but I'll survive it. Oh yeah, I was off camera last night. I forgot. I did actually end up, when I was having my cigar, ended up making a coffee and had that. So then the other thing with this this coffee machine, this is the reusable filter. And it's all just one system. It all fits together in kind of a tube thing. Coffee grinder sits in here. Got a nice little trail here that leads down to the river, actually. Yeah, like, come on, waking up to that in the morning. Unbelievable. Set you guys down right here. I'm just gonna wash my cup. You can enjoy the view. Yeah, so just across the river right over there, there's some people camping, and actually just off to my right here, there's some people camping as well. That sun's already got some heat to it today, that's for sure. I got a sweater on and some pants, and I'm already getting warm. Go see how our water is doing for our coffee. Don't imagine that'll be too much longer. Yeah, so the little coffee vessel coffee maker that I got here, got it off Amazon, and comes with a lid for like a to-go lid. Then this is what this ends up sitting in, and comes with an extra cup as well. And for some reason I thought it came with another to-go lid, but it doesn't, just has 2 coffee cups, which I found strange. It doesn't have another to-go lid. But yeah, you got 2 coffee cups. Get this. Yeah, there's coffee grounds. Dump them in there. And for you guys that haven't seen these before, they're metal, they're good quality. So go back. Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish letting my water boil here, and I'll get back with you guys in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna go for a little walk here. Actually, why don't I just bring you with me? Can't walk too far just because I got my water boiling. Yeah, what a sweet campsite back in here. I did see a couple more vehicles pull They kind of pulled in last night, but they just turned around and left. Maybe too many people in here for them. I don't know. Or maybe they were trying to get one of these spots specifically. Yeah, this is literally free camping. You just don't have to pay to come out here or anything. It's just public land use zone. Say my water is probably pretty close to being boiled. Yep. Yeah, this just fits on top, and you're a fancy coffee drinker, you know, you dump a bit of water in there, let it sit for a few seconds. This part's a little tedious, but yeah, and it actually, with that reusable filter, it's actually a really fine filter, so it you don't get any coffee grounds in your coffee whatsoever. We'll get our coffee cream. I do prefer coffee with cream in it. I do drink it black as well. Um, I think if you drink sugar in your coffee, you're a psycho, but teach their own, I guess. People probably say the same thing. You don't drink sugar in your coffee, you're a psycho. And I tell you, when I woke up this morning, felt totally different. I slept like probably, well, 8 hours for sure. I went to bed, I think it was getting close to 11 when I went to bed. And I tried watching a movie, but that wasn't happening. I was too tired. I got maybe 5-10 minutes into the movie and I was asleep. So we just both got a full cup there now. We'll let that drain out and we'll be good to go. Yeah, I would stay out longer, but my wife has a couple more days off, so I'm going to go home and spend some time with her. And when I left home, she got a new Lord of the Rings Lego set. Can't remember the name of it. I haven't even watched Lord of the Rings, but she got new Lord of the Rings Lego set, great big castle, black one. Mordor, I think it was called. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, she was in the process of building that. Curious if she finished it or not. Maybe when I get home today, if it's built, I'll show you guys which one I'm talking about, because I have no idea. I'm terrible with knowing anything about Lord of the Rings. To stir my coffee, I'll use a stick spoon. Hopefully it was a non-peat on one. Yeah, and that's all there is to it there. A lot of work for a cup of coffee. But definitely worth it. It's a really good cup of coffee. And it's hot. Let my little stove cool down a bit, and then I'll put that away. All I got to put away is, well, I got in the back of the Jeep, I gotta get that all cleaned up. Yeah, I gotta get that all cleaned up, and then put all everything into the bins. I'll tell you, it was nice that I did have my sleeping bag last night, because I did get a little cold. I didn't have it zipped up. I was just kind of, I left the bottom part of it kind of zipped up a bit, just for a foot box. And then I just kind of used it as a blanket. I could have zipped it up at any time, but it wasn't that cold that I needed to zip it up. But I did feel a chill. I had to wrap it around me a couple times. Well, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee, and I'll get back with you guys. I think I'm going to go sit down by the river for a few minutes and just take it all in one last time. So I'll get back with you guys when I'm packing up. Hey everyone, just doing my last little bit of packing up here. Pretty much just got to put everything in the Jeep and then I'm done. So I just wanted to say thanks if you made it this far in the video. And if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more videos. And appreciate you all watching. And I'll see you in the next one.